Welcome to the Memory Memo.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the Memo. Today on the podcast, our guests are Oli and Sasha Benz. How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Can't complain. It's beautiful out.
Yeah, finally, good weather.
Finally.
Finally.
Sure.
We had 14 straight rainy days.
Yeah.
Not
Rainy
counting,
Saturday
huh?
days.
Rains, yeah, every weekend we've
Yeah,
had
we
one
can
rainy
get
day.
stung like that, can't we? Where it's just like on our money-making days.
I tell you what, for owning a bar in Montauk, it really sucks to have a lot of rainy Saturdays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, it's exactly 14. I know that number.
But
Yeah.
we're finally here, and the summer is starting, and the podcast is starting, and no better way to start a Montauk podcast than with you guys. So
Yeah, wow, amazing.
Very honored to be here. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. Okay, so just background on us. Australian born and bred. Moved to the States 16 years ago.
No, that's just been Montauk. I think it's because
where were you guys before
Where you
Montauk?
were? In the city.
we did 6 years in the city. So like we kind of had this rule where you had to go over 3 years because a lot of our friends would come to New York and they would leave after 2 or 3 years. And we
So we
knew
really-
if we could stay for more than like 3 years,
We'd
then
figure
we'd
it out.
figure it out.
So we both.
Takes like 3 to like be like, okay,
took
how
us
do I
a
make
little longer than
money?
that.
What's my like click? What am I even good at? You know, like it's
Yeah.
like, is
we
this
kind
really
of
my
both just
direction?
came just thinking, all right, let's see what we can do. So we moved to the States, did 6 years there, really struggling through the
Tough
6 years.
6.
Tough 6 years. Like we thought we were successful in Australia, came to New York and no one gave a shit. So we were like, all right, we start from the bottom again. And
What were you doing in Australia? Just so.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Okay, well, I was modeling,
Oh, all right.
but
I was
which is
styling.
great. Well, actually, you
Fashion.
know what? I was like doing the acting route, and I moved to Bondi Beach, which was, you know, it's kind of like
Yeah.
you go to Bondi, you move out of home, and you go to Bondi.
That was a
and
big
you-
city for him.
Yeah, it was a big city, but it's like a very kind of like transient, you know, you get all the backpacker girls coming in and then it's like there's just waves every day. The nightlife scene was pretty hot. And so I started hanging out with some good friends of mine that were also friends from my hometown.
So New York for us was just like, next step.
And New York was to chase a dream.
It was to chase a dream. I came once for Fashion Week and my mind exploded. I couldn't believe that a city like that existed. So I came back and I said, I'm going, whether you're coming or not. And I went. I did a year. I figured out a couple of things before I got there. I was on a friend's couch and I was like, all right, visa, job, apartment. Like we need 3 things and then I'll come back and get you if you want to come. And you wanted
Yeah,
to
like
come.
we were doing good enough in Australia, but the problem is you can only really go so far. So you sort of hit a threshold where you're making good money and everything's dandy, but it's like to go to the next level and make that next kind of pile of cash. It's like you sort of hit a dead end, especially in the creative stuff, you know, like.
I think we were like 6 years into New York and we were like, I don't know if this is it. And we toyed with being in LA for a little bit of the time. And just before we were like kind of about to go and make that move, we met with Jama at the Surf Lodge and she pitched us coming out to Montauk to work for her. And I guess like the rest is history.
Is that when you started to get into like the music?
Yeah.
I think he was coming out a little bit before.
I was in, my dad's a jazz musician, so I've been around music, playing drums, playing
Yeah, it's in your
clarinet.
blood, yeah,
like
okay,
it's been in my blood the whole time. In Bondi, I was in a band. So I was doing like the modeling and the band thing, which was kind of epic.
What were you doing at Surf Lodge when you first
I
started?
was DJing. So I would come and DJ. That's sort of how it started for me. I was like, I
That's
can't
how
play,
I met
I
Jamie.
can't play in a band. To do the like, let's find a rehearsal venue and pay money, and then we do a gig and we pay each other $50 each. Like to me, it was just like so hard to get going in New York. So the DJ thing was like, okay, I just bring a bit of music, I can play, and then I get the whole check. I'm playing other people's records,
Right.
and I'm getting paid more money than playing my originals that I write and, you know, perform to. So the DJ, and it was just like right when DJing was sort of, I mean, right now it's completely taken off.
Your
but,
first summer, you come out here, you're going to work at Surf Lodge, and then you fall in love with Montauk.
well,
and you
yeah, I
decide
fell in
we're
love
gonna
with the
leave.
waves. We were looking at like the coastline and how it would surf. So we were going down to Jersey at first.
He's
We
like,
had-
this isn't it.
I was like,
this-
Jersey's good when it's good. Way better than here when the waves are on. But I would go and check it regularly thinking, oh, it's 1 to 2 foot offshore, and it would just be like a lake lapping on the beach. But here it can be 0 to 1 foot, and it's like a wave. Like you can actually surf. So the consistency brought me out here.
So
That's why Ditch is so hot.
I feel like when you were still DJing, we came out here. We stayed at what's the one across the hotel across from Harvest?
Oh, the Lido?
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
man.
Oh yeah, with that. Oh, dude.
That's all we could afford.
How
Like, I
long
was
ago
like,
was it? 16
The
years,
Lido.
right? So
Yeah.
it was
16 years.
before Gurney's bought it, and it
Yeah,
was
oh,
like,
yeah. It was.
oh my
it was
God.
nasty.
The Lido
It was
was
really.
like, holy-
The Lido makes
I think
Memory
it was-
Motel look like the Four
I think
Seasons.
it was
Totally.
like we were like
We were
just didn't want to
stoked, though,
look.
you
But we were
know,
like,
like-
it was like probably $150 or something, and we were like, this is how we can stay here.
Right.
We're renting our apartment in the city. It was right when Airbnb just become a thing, or even before
It
it
just
even
got
was.
to New York, and we kind of
So we're
jumped
like,
on the
"Alright,
Airbnb
we can rent
thing.
our place and come here for the weekends or whatever, and we did that. So he was DJing, and that was kind of what introduced us to Montauk. We understood it, and then that dinner with Jama, she was like, do you want to come out and be the creative director?
Yeah.
And we were like,
Yeah, so James is the owner of Surf Lodge out here, which
Yeah.
is,
Yeah,
I mean, everyone
yeah.
knows the Surf Lodge.
so
most
that,
people in New York know surfing.
Most people,
Yeah.
most people in
So that was I think
America.
that was
Memory actually kind of got its start with people coming, not obviously Memory's been here since the 50s, but this version of Memory Motel got its start from people going for the after party when they're done with
Well,
surfing.
yeah, no, not the original Memory, which
Right.
has all that history behind it, which is
that was
which
10,
what
that
kind
was,
of what
by the way,
makes
that was
Montauk
10 years
amazing.
10 years ago, because it was right before Rhythm
So
was born.
2010.
2012.
2010, you
No.
took over.
Yeah.
We were out here 2014.
Okay, but I'm saying, so 2010, you took over, and 2011, I think, was Surf
No,
Lodge,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. But then like 2012 was Sandy. And then
2013
after,
That's
oh,
right.
2013 was
was
Sandy?
Sandy.
Yeah. After
20 like
Sandy,
that
the
winter,
Hamptons
20,
moved
yeah.
east. Jama got the whole town going nuts.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and Montauk
So we
got
came
a
out, it was
facelift.
us and the dog, the big dog, and we stayed. She's like, you can stay on property. So we lived, it's not that now, but do you remember there was like a small like side cottage where the bathrooms now
Oh,
are?
100%.
That was our room. So we lived
We did a whole summer in this room where, like, on a Tuesday night, you'd hear the code beep, beep, beep.
because it was the
and our
bathroom.
friends
No one
would
had
just-
bathrooms at the time.
Yeah.
So like our
Our friends
bathroom
would
was
just
like
go
hot
and
property.
pee, and we'd be, like, sleeping, trying to have an early night's sleep.
So that was our first year here, and like, I mean,
I mean, I just was so happy to be at the beach. Like I could DJ, and that's when
It
I was
was
sort of
fun.
leaning into my music a bit more. I was like, oh, okay, I can like now sort of like start producing, write my own little like intros to my DJ sets and like my own remixes and things. And so I could like test it on crowds, you know, whereas in the city, you could play at a bar or an event, but no one's really dancing. It's hard to get that like busy crowd where you can really like see what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, play to the crowd.
Play
and
to the
have
crowd.
them, yeah, get the feedback.
So there's nothing like that. I mean, yeah. So I guess after maybe 2 summers, I started to really find my feet and find my sound too.
Mm-hmm.
And then sort of came the production side of things where I was like, okay, I want to release my own track. But then that also is a whole
And you have some
nother
new
ball
music
game.
coming out now.
Yeah,
right?
we have new music coming out now.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So I have a track called Move.
it's good.
And it's a good
I
one.
think so.
It sort of like dabbles between that really melodic house and then into sort of like a bit more of a tech house kind of drop. I kind of like the change in the track. I've got a crazy daughter named Baby, and she didn't get a track yet. So my first track I released was called Rhythm Romance, and my son's called Rhythm. And he kind of had his moment with that track. That track did
He was
really
on the
well.
cover. It was like
He
that
on-
was his thing.
That was his thing, and so she always
She
gives
was
me a
like,
bit of
"Where's
like,
my song, Dad? You know, like, write me a song. What's
but
up?"
it's not like
She also
like,
has every song in the world has her name in it. So
Yeah, her
I'm like,
name's
come on.
Baby. I'm like, what? Like every song I write pretty much has that song in it, that name in it anyway. But this one sort of was like a bit more dedicated to her, where I was like, okay, I need something that she's got like this really beautiful
She wanted to
personality,
dance. She
but then
wants to
she wants to
dance to
rage too. So it kind of has this like perfect sort of, it just encompasses her perfectly.
Love
so it's
it.
coming out on the 27th
Of June.
of June. So
Cool.
soon, next week. Is that
Uh,
next week?
no.
2 weeks.
Like 10
is-
days.
So I don't know when this is going to air, but if you guys air it, then
Yeah.
out now maybe, you know?
We're thinking that we're going to start launching these for July 4th weekend.
Fun.
And
Great.
then at that point, we'll have one every week after
Yeah.
that.
Cool.
We're going to do it in seasons. So season 1 will run right up until about Halloween.
Yeah.
Then we'll take a break, come back at it in the spring, and we'll do 2 seasons a year.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Should be
that's
good.
awesome. Yeah.
So the song will be out
Song
when
will
you
be
guys
out.
see this.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'll be
Maybe
able
we
to,
could cut in
we'll
a little
link it,
sample.
or
Yeah,
we'll put a little
totally.
sample in there. or
exactly.
something like that. Yeah,
Link
you know.
below.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. Like, I mean, look, this music industry is quite interesting where when I did Rhythm Romance, which was 5 years ago, it was like 50% was write the song and then 50% was market the song. Mm-hmm. Now it's like write the song is 5% and the rest is marketing and roll
Or
out.
like getting it to go in the right places.
To be heard. And so there is now this whole back end of like, if you're a musician, I just feel for you guys because it, the art is there, but now it's like not even. Now you basically
There's
need
a
to have
thousand different avenues that you can like.
Yes, but you have to do them all.
Showcase it. But yeah, exactly. But you need to do them all in order to gain any actual traction. Like
whether
you
it's
see
a marketing video
Be a
and
great
then
song
people
and no
dancing
one
to the
can hear
video.
it.
Yeah. It's so much that you have to put out there.
TikTok,
like
all that.
it's got to be daunting
Yeah.
for sure.
So we're
Like,
in that right now with the release, but it's also it's kind of fun. Like if you get to do that as your job, where like you're sort of being creative with your own stuff that you've already created. And, especially being out here in Montauk, there's so many creative, cool people that you meet on the daily.
It attracts a lot of that out here too.
And also playing
it's
It's a real artist community.
Yeah, it kind of always has. I mean, shit,
That's the
Memory
history.
Motel,
Yeah, I know.
like the Rolling Stones were out here hanging out
Crazy.
in the 70s, and it's like
it attracts.
So
the
I mean,
creative.
it's been or Andy Warhol was out here, Peter Beer, like for
that's
years
also
and years
why
and years. It's always attracted that.
having the kids grow up out here and having the music scene and having Nancy rip on Wednesdays. And having just bands all over town, like on a weekend, on a Saturday, you're seeing, Annie Trezor playing the guitar, singing
Talkhouse,
like
everything. There's so much going on music-wise. I feel like this is the spot. It's not in any of the other Hamptons. Like
it's
Montauk
really healthy.
holds that.
Yeah,
which is
culture.
which is also what does suck about the town clamping on certain things too, which make it really difficult.
So we had our wars with the town. We had a lot of wars with the town.
I mean, it never really
Everyone
ends,
has
does
it.
it?
It's
I mean,
tough.
I think they just
Your
don't like the
lights are
traffic
pointed
going
out.
to
Your
East
li-
Hampton. So
Yeah.
they want their
your lights are
manicured
too
lawns,
high,
and
your
it
lights
is
are
what
too
it is.
low. It's just like
It's also like a different, like out here in Montauk, this is a tourist economy, right?
Yeah.
Like these people are,
it's spring break.
and it's second homeowners and it's hotels and vacations. And
It is
East Hampton
shifting though.
doesn't
The
have that.
balance is shifting. I feel like we're seeing a lot more people year round.
You are. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the hard parts of Montauk. And what it's like to live
Without
here in
getting
the
in
winter.
trouble.
Morgan has been living here his whole life, so he's an expert.
Well,
at
he's
that.
he's an expert. Yeah,
It's old hat for me, man.
yeah, it is old hat. I mean, it's the same old thing, isn't it?
Yeah. The winters are tough. And I always tell it to people when they come out here and they're like, you always get those people who are like just out here and they're like, oh, like, I'm going to do a winter this year. Like the people that come out every summer and work. And
Well,
then
the
all of a
businesses
sudden, like,
that say that too.
well, yeah, all the businesses, it's like, well, bro, you're in for like a doozy. You got to figure out.
Yeah, like
what's-
Tony's really stuck it out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a couple, but
There's
then
so many. That
he also
Thank
lost
God.
a spot over there. I mean,
Totally,
it's like
that
turned
sucks.
into Brandon's
Yeah, that's
Sandwich
right.
Shack
Yeah,
or whatever it's called. So
Big ups to Brandon Sandwich Shack. We're happy about
no,
that.
totally.
Sand Shack.
No, I'm not saying anything bad
Sand
about it.
Shack,
I'm just
that's
saying
it.
with that
No, you
one.
guys
I
need
think
that,
it was
though.
cool.
It's good. We had it the other night.
But it's just like, as far as the individual goes, I see a lot of individuals that like, okay, I work out here for 2 years, like summer wise, I come out, I spend 5 months in the summer, kill it, make a bunch of money, go back to the city or Florida, or because they do the perpendicular seasons, kind of where they're
Yeah.
up here for the summer and down south for the winter, stay in the warmth. And then all of a sudden they'll be like, I'm gonna stay out here for the winter. And I
You're
go,
like, good luck.
buckle up, Buttercup. Like, you may not have the constitution to handle it.
Yeah.
And it's gotten easier. Because if I remember
There's
what it was
more
like
open,
when
yeah.
I was like 19 and 20 years old.
would've been tough.
And I was like still living out here in the winter. I was like, it was like nothing. They called Tumbleweed Tuesday for a reason.
Yeah.
Like,
Nothing.
no one was here.
Tumbleweed
Like,
5 months.
yeah, like it was like all of a sudden it was literally like, summer's over, everyone's gone.
It's like you feel the wind.
yeah.
Everyone's
Yo, I
out.
have this absurd theory that when 7-Eleven came here and they stayed open 24/7 and they were moving, it forced everybody else because like if you wanted to buy diapers before 7-Eleven, you wouldn't be able to buy diapers after a certain time. After
Yeah.
7-Eleven was here,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you had to stay open to compete with 7-Eleven. And
Totally.
It definitely
Yeah.
stretched out the time. I
That's
think people
interesting.
also like, I mean, now 7-Eleven charges $5 for a 16-ounce
you know that's
Coca-Cola, but
the
like
highest
it
grossing
used to be.
7-Eleven in the country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a great fact. Everyone likes to drop that. It's
But that's also
it's impressive.
That's also great for Montauk. Like
Yeah.
any time, and this is also the other thing is like with businesses out here, we actually all want every business to do well because it's
Of
not.
course, you don't.
Yeah.
It's not like
I
like
feel
I
like
want to
there's-
like with Wild Blue, her retail. It's like
Yeah, it's
we
really
want
good.
another one similar, like a really cool, rad store to also bring people to come shop here.
Yeah.
You want another cool bar that can stay open late and not get shut down and make
I
money.
think everyone's
and-
very pro business out here. I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
fun.
we're like, we do disappear for a good chunk of the winter. So it's
So
not.
where do you guys go?
We go
We're
to Australia.
sneaky. I mean, this is the thing. It's we
everyone's like, how
we
do you
say
do
we're
it year
locals,
round? And I'm
but
like, we disappear and we go to Australia. That's how.
Oh,
we rip the kids
okay.
right out of school. See
So,
ya.
how long you gone for?
It changes, and I feel like it's getting
Originally,
less.
we did 6 months. Like
This
the
was
first
before
one
the
we
kids were in
did
school.
when Rhythm
Wait,
was
start over. So the kids get out of school for 6 months?
No.
This
not
was
anymore.
before they were in school. So
Oh, got it. When
now
they're young.
I feel like we're at like 5 weeks.
Okay.
Which is, we leave like.
But
end
then
of
we
December.
land and they do 1 week of school and then we go away again.
Well, because they have it's just the timing works out where they've got then spring break and all these different things.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like,
we get back and then it's like 4 days off spring break and then you
But
go
Australia,
to on
it's
another
summer.
Sounds
holiday,
really
and
nice,
then-
actually.
it's really nice. But it's summer in Australia.
So you
we-
had all your kids
Yeah.
in Montauk. So how does it feel to know that your kids are local but you aren't?
It's weird. And then
We,
also I
by
listen.
the way, we
when-
can't even vote in America. We're Australian. Like we got so like all these things. Like we like pay taxes,
I
but
just
we
think it's
can't
so
vote.
funny,
and,
like, because there used to be a lot of like. I think now it's gotten a little easier, but there was
yeah.
there was for a long time there was a lot of contention of like,
Totally.
oh,
Who's
you're
local?
not local, oh, just because you bought a house out here, you moved out here, like you didn't grow up here and all that stuff. But your kids, like,
It's
if we're
funny.
going by that old rhetoric, then your kids are locals.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
And I do
So
not
it's like-
sound like a local. And it's funny because if there's any like riffraff that goes on, I'll yell out in my Aussie accent, go back to the city. And then I'm like, wait, I just sound like the biggest Aussie tourist, and I'm claiming that this is my
It's just
town.
funny. Like I was like I think about that when people move out here and they're like not
it's
local.
so
and then I'm like, but then
stupid.
you have kids and you start a family and then it's like,
you're like,
local.
well,
Yeah.
they're going to school in Montauk
local.
Public. They're gonna go to East Ham.
No, we
High,
have to
they're
do
gonna,
our
like,
visas, right? So we come in as on our creative visas, which are really nice visas to be on, which, by the way, a whole nother topic, why we don't get on a green card, which I think is also interesting. But it's like we go to the customs line and we're like, oh, we're looking for the shortest line because we have American kids, but we're also...
We're always like, let's
so
just go
depending
to
on the
US.
plane ride, it could be full of Americans and they going, that line. So then if you go through as on a visa, you can go on a shorter line. So we kind of get the best of both worlds where we do get to pick.
Yeah, it's
But
nice.
But I never thought I'd have 3 kids with strong American accents.
so
and
American.
I'm sure that's
wild.
That is cool.
We hear
I'm
them
sure that's
talk
like
and I'm like, you sound
18-year-old.
like...
I still listen to them and I'm like, that is a crazy accent to come out of your mouth. Crazy.
That's funny. I think that's really funny.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like, I know my sister-in-law has kind of
Yeah.
had this, because she's Ukrainian.
Yeah,
and she
yeah,
has
yeah.
the same
Exactly.
with Zoe and everybody. And then it's like with Zoe and Jaden, she's like, God, it's just like so weird. I have this. She said the same
Yeah.
thing basically about
It's
the
weird
accent.
to
Like,
hear.
yeah.
She
And when-
sounds more American because she deals with the business side in America more than I do. I mean, I literally play music, so I don't have to
He just puts
have
his
an
headphones on and
elegant
blocks people.
conversation with another American and use round my words so they can understand me, like whereas she does. So she can come off sometimes people are like, oh, I didn't really know she was Australian. Do you guys pick up
My
on
parents
Australian
are
with her?
South African. So I feel like I came in with a really
That's-
weird
yeah,
accent
I
to
could see
begin
the
with.
South African more
Yeah,
than
okay.
yeah.
It really depends who I'm talking to, I think.
That's funny because you sound more Australian.
Yeah,
He's
because
fresh
I grew
off
up
the
in
boat. For
Noosa
sure.
Heads, which is a little small surf town. A lot of surfers know Noosa Heads, but I think that's why I'm so attracted to small surf towns. Because it's like
That's
that's
where
where I
you're
grew
from, yeah.
up, and it's like on even shitty days I'll go for a surf because it's right there, and that's
So let's walk through your day. How do you start your day, and how do you straight until when you end your day?
mine's pretty awesome.
I mean, I feel like I would like to.
Does that mean yours isn't? Like, mine's dog shit. Like,
I
Look
saw
at me
you-
going,
I hear-
yours sucks.
I hear the missus downstairs getting the kids ready for bed, and I kind of wait for the last 5 minutes when she's done everything.
For school.
For school, I'll roll down to get my little hugs and kisses before they go, so I still get to see them. But she's done lunches, she's got them dressed, fed. And
Well, I mean, school and weekends obviously very different.
Right.
School's school, and we get them out. But the two of us, I mean, we both work from home in theory, which is great because I feel like you just can do whatever you want to do out here. So if it's a nice day, we can figure out how to get to the beach first, take the dog for a walk. You drop the kids off first. By the way, getting 3 kids out the door before 9 a.m. is the hardest thing in the whole world to do. I figured that out. I would rather perform brain surgery on my own brain. That's so hard.
it's
So getting them
chaos.
out the door, I feel like I've lived 10 lives. Then the day starts once we drop them off, and I'm straight into work.
she
calls,
goes,
emails.
she's such a workaholic. It's like I've never seen or actually to believe the things she does in a day. I don't even understand it, but which is probably why we operate so well because she's,
You guys have a great relationship.
yeah,
It's
because
very cute.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, no, but she
like
does.
it
She's quite a bright spark, right? And then she's also got a really high work ethic on top of that. So it's just non-stop. So I get sort of the backlash of that where it's like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Like I'm like kind of like an assistant, you know. And my music stuff's like, oh, I don't need to do studio time today or whatever, or like, oh, there's a gig, you know, I'll go to a gig. But it's not like, so I get the gift of being quite hands-on with the kids as well, and also hands-on with her. So together we get to spend so much time being together, but then also being parents too. So it's like, it's kind of, I don't go away from 9 to 5 and come back at 5 o'clock or go work a shift somewhere. I'm generally fixing the house, writing a song, or helping her with some, you know, business issues, you know, like it's a really good
to-do list all
and then
day.
if the waves are good, you know, or, you know, I want to try and wriggle free to do, you know, some boy stuff, you know, play golf or whatever, you know, I run it by the boss. I see if there's a little window there. Maybe there's a white lie.
I always know when it's coming too because he's like, "Hey, can I do anything? And what else do you need?" And I'm
tell
like,
him the story about.
Why are you being so
Actually,
nice?
this is a really funny one. We have a friend of ours that like he's just wants Ollie's attention 24/7, and like we
Julian
fight.
Early, shout out.
Yeah, we fight for Ollie's attention, but he was at the house staying with us, and Ollie was signing up. You know, I don't know if you know, like when you sign up to do golf or something, you need like different emails, and I think they used one of
They block your email if you miss a tea time or something.
Okay,
So I keep
I'm
creating
currently
new emails.
suspended
Like
from
one of them,
Equinox classes,
created
so
a
I'm
new
using
one.
the same trick.
He used one that I don't think he knew I had access to. So I see a tea time booked, and I'm like,
Golf
interesting.
Lord 1, it was at Hotmail
Yeah,
or something.
I'm like, interesting. So it comes through, and then suddenly the two of them are like, tea, would you like? And they're trying to like serve me for like 2 hours, and I'm like, I'm so aware.
She knew
of
the tea time
angle.
was booked.
I knew it was booked, and I'm just milking it. I'm like, you guys are so bust. Like, you already had
She's
this
making us
plan.
go and
I
do
knew
all
it
these
was
things.
coming.
I had to make breakfast. We had to like, whatever it was. I was like, she's really making us work hard. Do you reckon I've got time for this tea time? So then like half an hour before the tea time, we go, hey, just so you know, we just found a tea time. She's like, you've had this tea time for 2 days. You know, like, yeah. So that's how I operate.
But I feel like in the winter versus like summer, like all your friends come out. There's so much more on.
Yeah.
We've got all these different events, and
You guys have to
it's-
do a lot of entertaining. I feel like anybody.
we're
Yes.
they're
coming out, they gotta
unpopular.
see you. Oh, we
Well,
gotta.
suddenly people remember who we are, and like,
Oh, I'm so
May.
much cooler from like
My
June,
wife is
July,
yeah,
August.
totally.
Nobody wants to talk to me
No,
until
Totally.
like February.
Suddenly in May, everyone's like, "Hey, how you been?" And I'm like, "I see where this is coming. We have a guest room downstairs, and suddenly our friends pop up out of nowhere." But it's fun. I love it. We love a crazy house. Our house is always like open doors, kids, dogs, everyone all in. It's fun.
You still doing a lot of gigs?
Yeah. Well, now it's sort of, I'm in like a bit of a, see, look, this is the thing. Every summer, there's new businesses that can either like handle what I do out here or can't. And I don't really want to do a sloppy operation. So sometimes it can turn chaotic, but it looks bad on me. But really, sometimes it's like, hey, we need a good door
Bad door
guy and we
guy
need good
and-
security and we can do a really nice operation. So I try to set these businesses up and say, hey, look, like from 10 till 2, if you're not busy, I can come in and fill that little void for you. Obviously, I would love to do it at Surf Lodge, which is actually where I'm sort of doing it now just because she's family and she's like, look, you can do it here
Yeah, right
until
on, yeah.
until you want to go somewhere else. But it's hard to do Surf Lodge because obviously the town makes it hard on her anything past 9 o'clock. Like she's so like handcuffed past 9.
Yeah. Well, everything's outdoor for her for the most
Everything's
part.
outdoor
Yes,
for her and then
it's
it's small
small.
inside.
That's how
so
we get away with what we do is because like we
All
just close the
inside.
door. We're like, all right, you're all inside after 9. Like, throw the music on up here.
We have the different handcuffs. People come here late. Like no matter
but so
what,
do-
they're gonna be here from 12 to
What
4
time do
a.m.
you stay open till? 4?
4 a.m. 4 a.m. we're packed. 4
And are you
a.m.
like
there's
kicking
a
people
line.
out at 4?
Yeah, and we gotta like get them out at 4.
See, it's funny. Everywhere else, I feel like has learned to close like 2:30,
Yeah.
3 o'clock because when they close, they go, all right, everybody's getting,
go
but
straight to
the
Memory's.
memory's open.
totally.
Well, we kick everybody out. We're like, all right, everybody go home, and no one wants to go home.
wants to go
All right,
home.
screw
Not
you.
4 a.m.
No,
So that's when you deal with all like the.
You're the last guy standing.
Yeah, we don't want to go. People mulling about with a beer in the corner. You're like, I see you, buddy. You gotta
Get
go.
outta
You gotta
here.
go. You know, like it's.
If you've
yeah,
made it
so
to
it's
4,
tough.
you're not in any rush to go.
That's what. Yeah, nobody wants to go.
No,
Yeah.
It could be 3 o'clock.
God, I
if
can't
nobody
remember
wants to
the
go
last
home.
time.
If you're the last, we're the last like,
Yeah.
bastion of hanging out in the evening, and
Yeah.
it's
There's
like
a lot
but
of
it's
liquor
good. It has
licenses that
such a-
close at
it's-
2 too. I think that's part of it.
How many nights do you
might
do
be.
4?
as many. I went till 4 last night. I think I closed a little early because it was kind of slow. So 3:30, I think we closed. But usually,
So we have
I
like
won't close earlier than 3
What's the
o'clock, even
capacity?
if it's dead, because I might
loaded
all of a
question?
sudden. She had 100 people at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Just
You could make
closed
a
some of
couple
the
grand.
bars.
It's a different
Like,
question
yeah.
there. Capacity versus.
So no, we have a pretty busy. We have a night called Memory Monday, and it's a lot of industry people who all work out here, and it's their like first night to rage from working hard all weekend.
Okay,
So
that's
Monday
fun.
we're very busy, 12 to 4.
That's smart, actually.
Thursday we have a good party.
And then the
Friday,
weekend.
Saturday, and then Sunday we kind of like we get a late hit on Sunday too because Sunday's a big party day in Montauk. Like a lot of places have big performances and but really the only days where we're not open till 4 consistently, at least until Labor Day, will be Tuesday and Wednesday.
Do you charge a cover to come in?
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
And it depends, like, who's playing and what's going on and what's happening. We wouldn't do that all the time. We wouldn't
Yeah.
do that on a Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monday is always
Yeah.
Local.
no cover.
Yeah.
Thursday, there's no cover. It's usually like Friday, Saturday, Sunday on a holiday. Again, it also depends on the act or who we have playing and what day that is could kind of constitute whether or not we're going to do a
Do you
cover
need to
charge.
bring an axe? I feel like you guys are busy anyway.
We do a lot of acts. I mean, we'll do like a lot of DJ stuff, and then for the holidays we'll have some special performances above and beyond. Like,
Yeah.
And then all hotel rooms along here.
So the hotel rooms are long-term housing now. So we actually
Oh.
rent them for 12 months a year.
No way.
Except for room 2 where Carolina Saria is doing a fashion pop-up.
oh.
But
cool.
yeah, all the rooms are long-term housing. It's a lot of people who work at all the locations that you would imagine out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
then-
all need
Yeah,
staff
great.
housing,
Yeah,
basically.
totally.
The leasee is, or the leaseor, I always get that wrong, is actually like Sands or,
Got it.
Maram Hotel. or
Sands looks nice.
Could be Surf Lodge. or
Offshore,
whoever.
not Sands anymore. It's offshore.
Oh, it's offshore now.
It looks really good, actually.
It
It
looks
looks clean.
great.
Like that kind of
Is it
stuff.
open?
Thank you. You know, like
it's-
do that,
There was a
please.
huge overhaul.
It'll
in
be
that
open
place,
by the
man.
time this thing airs, yeah.
Nice.
We like it. We like
yeah,
those guys.
Great. It's anything
Yeah.
that is being redone and
Yeah,
fixed and
I mean, they made it look. I mean, they did.
crazy.
It was like, just shy of a full teardown. That place is totally redone. That place is like gorgeous.
I mean,
Have you
they.
seen inside?
I think they
They
even
posted
replaced
something
most of
recently,
the.
so I
Okay,
saw all the
looks
stuff,
cool.
and then looks good. Everything I saw
Smart.
looks really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, no, like any time we see someone putting in effort here,
What do you guys want to see here in Montauk? What are you really missing? We need a gym, right?
We have a gym.
we want a Whole Foods.
Yeah, we need a Whole Foods
Whole
I want a
Foods.
Whole
and a
Foods.
gym.
Or like
I just want I
listen.
want quality like food that I can get regularly.
eat?
Like I find it.
Where do
I
you
mean,
guys
like
eat?
I'll go to IGA and get my produce, or then we do Stop and Shop, or we do
Like Natty
what's the
Good.
other one we do?
Natty Good.
Tony's. We go.
Yeah,
like
but then you
produce
can't eat Natty Good every day for a year. Like I literally eat Natty Good every day for a
We
year.
cook. We
I
cook at
love
home
it,
all the time.
but
Yeah,
it's like
you're
at some
here.
point,
Yeah,
at
with
some
the kids,
point
like-
you can't. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
We
like.
like Alimentari a lot because it's
Alimentari's-
year-round.
Alimentari's
It's
good.
great.
Thank
Love
God
those
you have
guys, yeah.
Naturally Good. Thank God you have Jonies.
There's a
Thank
new
Thank
spot.
God
What's
you
it called?
have
What's the new one?
Harvest.
Oh, Blue
Bird.
Crush.
I like Blue Crush.
Blue
Yeah.
Crush,
That looks-
like that
that's
menu
good.
and the food is
I feel
good
like
in
Bird's
there.
really good. We love eating
My
there.
favorite is
I love breakfast
Roasted
at
Door at
Burger
Merrim. That food is so good.
Everyone
Everyone
says that we
keeps saying
keep
that.
missing the
never been
window.
there?
I have been there.
guys-
I
oh,
just
okay.
haven't. I don't know what. You know
So you
when you
just hate
forget
this guy.
about something on your
Good
rotation.
breakfast.
Don't
Damn,
listen
let's
to
do
this
that
guy.
tomorrow.
I like
Let's do
park there with the truck with like the beach sticker, and the guy's like, "No locals can park here" or something, and I was like, "I'm just
Oh,
grabbing
and
a
then you're
coffee."
like, fuck this, I'm done.
Kinda, but like, but I get what he was doing, but I was like, "Hey, I'm just getting a coffee."
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
got
going
it.
to be out of here. Can you just? And I had to like drive around, and then I went to try and park near left hand, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get a coffee here. Like it's just. So I just sort of felt like they're just trying to do their thing there.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's
so
only
I
a
mi-
matter of time before IGA becomes Whole Foods, anyways, right?
Can I say? Okay, so you were saying before, what are you missing in Montauk, right? So this is what I've always been trying to push. Do you remember when Ruby's Cafe they did Rushmeyer's, and they had Rushmeyer's? They did basically like the
Oh,
restaurant
I
at
know where it
Rushmeyer's.
is. You want a good breakfast.
I
spot.
want a good. By the way, Bird on the Roof ticks that box
Oh,
fine.
Bird on the Roof, yeah.
Best.
I go
And it's
for
great.
breakfast
So
But
all the
like
time.
the
Leo's
Australians
amazing.
coffee and restaurant scene, if you ever get to go to Australia and do the coffees
It's
and
all
the
about
food,
breakfast.
It's
all
like
about
Vegemite sandwiches.
it's brunch
and,
all day. I can order a
fairy
scrambled,
bread,
I can order
right,
a
or whatever
scrambled
it's
eggs and a
called.
coffee
What's
at
fairy
6
bread?
p.m.
It's so
Fairy bread
disgusting.
is
It's
toast
white
with
bread.
butter
It's
and
white bread with butter
sprinkles.
and sprinkles.
That's it. Like a shit
And
ton
you
of
have it at
sprinkles.
every birthday
And
party.
it's everywhere in Australia. It's everywhere.
No, that's disgusting.
That's what our parents brought us up on.
Yeah, but I would love that. And so when even saying that with Topside, like I could see are really cool. Like even like I don't. Do you know the Flower Shop or Little
Yeah,
Ways?
I was thinking those
Like
guys
some
when you
kind
said
of
that.
cool little bar that still keeps it topside and still keeps it like a good
I always-
not sports bar, but I do love the TV up there and like watching the US Open.
See, I imagine like
up there.
Katana, like the high-end
Yes.
LA sushi spot. That'd be
I mean,
dope.
that would be sick.
Yeah, but there's so much sushi out
so much
here. I'm
sushi.
like, done.
Yeah,
like
but
I
that's
love
just-
it, but come on,
This is the
don't do
spot
another
for it.
sushi
On the
thing.
water, it
I'd
just
rather
makes
be a cool
sense.
breakfast
pub.
spot that like
Yeah,
does
or a
brunch
humble breakfast spot.
and goes into it. I
You wanna
like
have,
I
like-
like that we would always go there for on a summery day when the sun's beating down. You went there for frozen drinks,
Yeah.
which is really
Like
weird
Bloody
to say,
Mary
but that's
all day.
where we went. I was like, I'd order a Miami Vice.
Yes.
I'd be like, I'm gonna be a pain in the ass to the bartender. Make me 2 frozen drinks
You
and mix
really
them
feel
together.
like you're in another world when you go up there and
But
you get
it
to
is,
sit and
it's
watch the
so-
boats
It's
come
Very
in
cool.
and out.
It's actually
You're like,
really, it's probably one of the best spots.
It is. It's so that's why I'm
spot.
interested to see what they do with it. And I would 1000% back. I love breakfast, so
yeah.
So, guys, appreciate having you on. This
Thanks,
was
man.
awesome. Thank you
was
so
really
much.
fun.
It was very cool.
Make sure
I'm
you have
looking
us
forward
back.
to the music. Hopefully, you guys can play some music here one day. And,
I'd love that.
This was great.
Yeah,
it was
it was a lot of
awesome.
fun.
Thank
Yeah,
You won't see
thanks
me
for
here
having
at
us.
4 a.m., but we can come through. I'm like, as soon as it's 12 o'clock, I'm like, I am
outta
out of
here?
here. Out of here.
You might see me.
You'll see him.
well, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for being
Thanks.
episode numero uno of the Memo podcast.
Tick that
So,
box.
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
very much.
Cheers.
Go.
Let's go, Memo.